Hey guys, Romaning Reaper here, just back with a little cinema trip video. In a bit, I'm gonna head out and see the brand new Scream film. Just given the very original title of Scream. Come on, 5 Cream was right there, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I love the original Scream. I think it's a ton of fun. But I'm hoping maybe for more of the same here. The trailers have looked good, and I have been hearing good things from the early reviews, so who knows? Maybe it will be. So, enough of me rambling on. I'm gonna head out to cinema in a bit and go see Scream. So yeah, it's time for Scream. Got my popcorn here and a medium Coca-Cola. Let's go play a game. You like scary movies?
Science fiction into reality.
So yeah, I just got back from seeing Scream, or Scream 5, or Scream 2022, whatever you want to call it. Again, come on, 5 Cream was right there, like, but yeah, the do make fun of that whole title thing in the film. You know, I'm still gonna point it out for how stupid it is, though. But anyway, that's not an issue with the film. That's an entire own thing. But yeah, it was actually my first time seeing an 18 rated film at the cinema, so you know, this film will be very special to me in the years to come, no doubt. But because of all the memories, but you know, but what did I actually think of the film? Well, to be honest, I thought I had a ton of fun with that. I very much enjoyed it. It is everything that The Matrix Resurrections should have been. You know, you know, it has nostalgia bait elements in there, mixed with a fresh new generation of characters, and you know, delivering what the earlier installments did, and while also maintaining a meta commentary throughout. But yet, unlike The Matrix Resurrections, it's not just obnoxiously pointing at you, like, "Hey, you remember this? Remember this? Oh, we know how much you love this. Ah, we made The Matrix. Haha." It was just so obnoxiously pleased with itself. This film does not have that issue. In fact, I'd say if anything, this is more of a Ghostbusters Afterlife, where you know, all the meta stuff, all the nostalgia elements are actually, you know, done out of a respect for the original film. And there's some very nice little tributes there to Wes Craven, who, as you know, passed away in 2015, so couldn't direct this one. But he instead hands it to the directing duo behind Ready or Not, of the collective Radio Silence. I haven't seen Ready or Not, I need to, but I heard it was very entertaining. But yeah, these two are a very good choice to direct this film, because this very much feels like a Scream film through and through. Like, you know, the kills are super fun. They really utilize that 18 rating to deliver some very fun gore and some entertainingly grisly kills. And it's funny where it needs to be. The Of course, there's the usual bantering between the central group of friends of the film, which which made me laugh a bit. And I'd say the comedic standout here is Jack Quaid as the boyfriend. I thought he was very funny. Had some plenty of funny moments that made me laugh, and I just really enjoyed his character overall. Now I'm going to tread very lightly here to not spoil any surprises, but while the way this film plays the mystery is so much fun. On one hand, it gets us very much invested in the new characters, and they are handled very well. Some of them do feel just a bit like cannon fodder, but for the most part, they're they're well written and likable enough that you can get invested in them when the bad stuff starts to happen. And of the new characters, obviously apart from Jack Quaid, say the standouts here were Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega as the Carpenter sisters. I wonder who that could be a nod to. They're both really good in their roles, really selling the emotion and the personal connection they have to the events that are going on. And there's one scene in a hospital which genuinely hit me right in the feels. But it's not just the legacy. It's not just the new characters. The legacy characters are genuinely handled with all respect, and they do move them forward in new directions, which which you may or may not, like, as you would with bold new directions of beloved characters, but what I will say is I really liked the way they actually added a bit of depth to Dewey and Gale's relationship, and I thought David Arquette and Courtney Cox were both very good. The pacing does kind of lull a bit in these more serious moments, but it picks up fairly quickly and gets back to the fun stuff. As with the Scream films, the meta commentary here is very much on point. Of course, there's the usual dialogue about the rules of like slasher films and horror films, but they mix it in with a bit of poking fun at more recent elevated horror films. We hear The Babadook, It Follows, and Hereditary explicitly mentioned, and at one point Jordan Peele is name dropped. And the film also weaves in its own fun little commentary on the nature of current Hollywood sequels, bringing in new characters to tell a new story, but also, bringing the old characters to pass the torch to them in a kind of soft reboot way. The film dubs these as requels. And there's also some fun stuff here about, pointing out the rules of these kinds of films. And there's also some fun little commentary on toxic fandom as well. At one point, there's a little line mentioned about how the fan base are bitter about an 8th entry into the franchise. There's a little film in a film franchise called Stab, made by the Knives Out director who subverted all the established rules. Does that sound familiar? But yeah, this meta angle is cranked up wonderfully in Act 3, and it wraps it all up very nicely, and I was hooked. Like, yes, they do kind of mix in a few, tropey stuff, but it's kind of necessary really to move the plot along. But, overall, I had a very good time with Scream, and, for being a horror film released in the middle of January, that was really good. And I'm going to give Scream an 8 out of 10. So yeah, have you guys seen Scream, or Scream 5, or Scream 2022, whatever you're calling it? What did you think of it? What does your Scream franchise ranking look like? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.